Project Adorno, who are going to see us out, and put your hands together please for the return of the dynamic duo.
That's working this time.
Yeah.
Test it.
Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah, good. And that one. What's happened to this mic stand, Patrick? Every time we come here, the second set is a nightmare because of this mic stand. Never mind, we get a bit of feedback again. Yes, we are going to do a few more. We're going to try and rattle through these if we can. We like to... I've got to find the right one. This one, yes. I recently, in fact we both recently went to stay in an old people's home. I think it's actually more sheltered accommodation. I think it's probably the more politically correct way of saying this, is it not? Yes, and we liked it, didn't we? We really liked it. And I have to say, I could live there. It was really warm. Now again, so we're going to do a little piece about that, I think. I just hope that the levels work, because it's all a bit... I want to live in sheltered accommodation. It's the place where I feel safe and warm. I wander down the corridors in my dressing gown. I ride the stand and stair lift from the first floor to the ground. There's a gramophone record player down in the common room. We'll play the greatest hits of Humperdinck and Dunick, and the warden's on duty 24/7. Just pull the record if you need some attention. Bingo on Tuesday, coffee morning Thursday, the mobile library visits on a Friday, activities to give your life meaning and purpose. On Sundays there's a non-denominational church service. The stand and stair lift all day long. Play a spot of Scrabble and a game of Mahjong. Hips made of plastic, gussets are elastic. Their bodies may be frail but they keep their minds active. Bingo on Tuesday, fish and chips Friday. Gentle exercise but nothing too lively. Ballroom dancing to some old time songs. Even Wally in the corners dribbling along. I wanna live in sheltered accommodation. Ride the stand and stair lift from the first floor to the ground. See the lonely old woman sat by the window. She wonders where all the time goes. Come the day, it won't be long, when centenarians outweigh the newborn. As a nation we're all growing somewhat grey around the temples. Zimmer sales are up, the equation's pretty simple. What they gonna do? Well, they can't simply shoot us. There's gonna be a boom in mobility scooters under one roof. They get along nicely, they bitch about each other but they smile politely. Characters abound in this palace of varieties. In essence they're just a microcosm of society. I wanna live in sheltered accommodation. Watch silent movies starring Harold Lloyd and Buster Keaton. Maybe one day. Okay, so you to take over this. This
yes,
one?
this is one. Yeah.
Yeah, we like this mic, don't we? We're fighting over it.
Yeah.
It's a really nice
lovely
pop
mic.
shield.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. So
yeah, this one is about cast iron coal hole covers and the people that go around looking at them for a hobby. And it's called.
It's his hobby.
It's my hobby. Yeah. This is called Coal Hole
Loads
Cover
of
Lover.
photos.
Yeah, I've got loads of photos.
Foliate in
interlace octafoil with the maker's name on logo of Hungry Dog. Maker's name, but it's not the same one. Centrosymmetrical concentric circles, tenfold rotational symmetry, burglar-proof lever hook, patent fitting, wooding will be up from dodgers off the property. Coal hole cover lover, so much to discover. Oh, coal hole cover lover, don't want to think it over. Oh. People say to me I can't see the stars, I just peruse the pavement and there they are. People say to me I can't see the stars, I just peruse the pavement and there they are. Rising sun, a perculum, most likely manufactured in Bowness or Falkirk, lead and zinc. Make you think, cast iron's what you want to cut and wear from walkers. British prisms in the carbon Portland concrete, ventilation slots in radial array. Honeycomb of hexagons to let the light in if you found yourself an FB as bright as day. Coal hole cover lover, so much to discover. Oh, coal hole cover lover, don't want to think it over. Oh. People say to me I can't see the stars, I just peruse the pavement and there they are. People say to me I can't see the stars, I just peruse the pavement and there they are.
So we have here some well-known coal hole manufacturers who I'm sure you're all familiar with. We have James Bartle and Co, we have Frederick Bird and Co, we have Gibbons and Whitecourt. Who can forget Nichols and Clark, File and Steddle, Barron and Wilson, M. Wise Part Limited, J.H. Boobier and Sons, not forgetting Matthews and Tiny. Coal hole cover lover, so much to discover. Oh, coal hole cover lover, don't want to think it over. People say to me I can't see the stars, I just peruse the pavement and there they are. People say to me I can't see the stars, just peruse the pavement and there they are. They're all there. Now, then, after that explosion, thank you very much. We're gonna do it. Are we alright for 2 or 3 more?
Yeah,
alright.
sure, yeah.
Let's see. We're just squeezing 3, aren't we? 3, 2, 3. Yeah, go on. That's perfect. That's a deal. You're on. So what we're going to do now? You need a prop for this one. We're going to do the library one.
Oh, the library one.
Now, I feel we're going to have to
just start it. And
okay. So I not need. You don't want me to do a preamble.
I think it speaks
Well,
for itself.
I'll do. You have this. You have this one.
I'll have that. Yeah.
And I'll have this one. So we do like to do a library poem every now and then because one of us is a librarian, the other is a serial library user. And we have actually been doing this piece for a number of years, so I do apologise now because it is actually getting very out of date. So if there are any librarians in the house, and I know there's one at least one, I apologise in advance, but this is a library thing. You're right there.
Yeah.
Good. Lovely. Come into the library.
Library.
Full of surprises. You begin smiling. With a lonely planet guide to Hawaii. Get into the library.
Library.
Better be quiet, please. Bit of shelf tidying while you're at it. Looking for a book by Catherine Cookson, your local library.
Library.
It's not what it used to be.
No.
Books so passé these days. Internet, much more sexy. It's a myth about the library.
Library.
That bit about the quietness. And not all librarians wear cardigans while we're about it. It's the image on the TV showing stereotypically the library employee, hair in a bun, looking ever so tweedy. Books on pottery. Third shelf down just past the cookery. It's your public library.
Library.
Accountable only to the leisure committee. Trying to keep the councillors happy. Welcome to the library.
Library.
Hub of the community. A multicultural entity. A perfect model of inclusivity, embracing everybody.
Body.
Scholars from the colleges. Mad to the same folk. Funny old men in dirty old raincoats. Books in the stack.
Stack.
Computers you can hack.
Hack, hack,
Nasty cough.
hack, hack.
Didn't John Higley do something like that? I believe? Lost your ticket, an unpaid fine. You didn't rewind one of your videos. Return that book you say for certain. Better see the woman on customer services. Bookish Luddites.
Lunchtime,
Ephemeral zeitgeist.
zeitgeist.
Can't possibly be a fine. I renewed all my books by phone last week. Types old and the lonely.
Lonely,
The
lonely.
mild fuddy-duddy. Oh, pairs with buggies.
Buggy, buggy.
Those parked on double yellow lines in a hurry. Lifelong learners. Customer charters.
Charter, charter.
Multi-function catalogue searches. If it's not in stock, you can reserve it. Casual readers.
Reader, reader.
Knowledge seekers.
Seeker, seeker.
Poetical dreamers. Browsers, glancers, heavy breathers. Label lickers. Those little round stickers. Dewey Decimal, plastic jacketed. If in doubt, better classify, catalogue it. And if it doesn't go out, you better withdraw it. So if you want to find me,
Find me, find me.
I'll be down the library.
Library, library.
Searching out answers to curious facts, perusing copies of Whitaker's Almanac, reading Mills and Boon paperbacks, getting the most from my council tax, skimming through a stack of fiction classics, taking all my books in a carrier bag back.
Tell the library, library.
All life is there. Thank you.
Is there anyone here from Canning Town tonight? Okay. In the 1880s, there was a group of amateur paleontologists in Canning Town who were called Canning Town Field Club. They were also called the Chitchat Club because they were 5 chaps who were interested in chips of stone. And this is their song.
I kind of need to.
Yeah, you need
that
this
one,
one,
don't I?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's get the logistics sorted
Yeah.
on this. I know. Sorry, it's all a bit of a faff, isn't it? Okay, this is our sort of Flanders and Swan numbers. So some of you won't be old enough to Flanders and Swan. Who the hell are they? Were they? Are we ready?
We're the honourable members of the Chip Chat Club, and we meet to moot our findings and submit our subs. Well, we're 5 working men, 6 days of the week, but on Sundays we're the Chip Chaps from beside Bow Creek.
Yes, we're 5 working men, 6 days of the week, but on Sundays we're the Chip Chaps from beside Bow Creek.
We've an interest in Neolithic napped flint tools and all manufactures paleoethnological. We've a dozen quartzite scrapers and what seems to be an axe and a clutch of other miscellaneous artifacts.
We've a dozen quartzite scrapers and what seems to be an axe and a clutch of other miscellaneous artifacts.
Mr. Smith, secretary, Mr. Herring, our chair, Mr. Swade.
Yes, present.
Mr. Thornhill, here, and the younger Mr. Swade.
I'm sorry I'm late. There were problems with a drive belt and a chain guard plate.
For we're 2 boiler makers and a factory hand, and a storekeeper from 4th Street and his storeroom man. Though we bide amongst the brickfields and mechanics institutes, we can feel stony strata underneath our boots.
So we ride amongst the brickfields and mechanics institutes. We can feel the stone strata underneath our boots.
And sometimes on half holidays we take a train, Herring, Smith and Thornhill and the 2 Bill Swains, and we meet with other doyens of geology from the Kentish Wheel to Enfield on the River Lee.
There's a
Photographic image of us seated in a group, 5 fellows held together by the river Thames News. We take tea and bread and butter and we write our minutes up. We're the honourable members of the Chip Chat Club.
We take tea and bread and butter and we write our minutes up. We're the honourable members of the Chip Chat Club. Oh, happy days, happy days. Well, what a happy days with this Chip Chat.
And
Right,
finally,
finally, we would like to thank you very much. It's been a lovely evening. Well, we've enjoyed it, haven't we? Everyone else has. This is going to fall off, and so that's timely, really, because we're on to the last number. So I won't need to do things with this anymore.
this is about something that happens to you when you get to kind of age that we have reached. We're not talking about the thing where you crouch down and then get up too quickly and you get dizzy. This is about the other thing that happens
Well, that
to
does
you
happen as
when
well.
you reach. Yeah, we've actually got a song about that, but this is about the other thing.
Okay. Thank you very much. Are we ready? We've joined the National Trust. Well, it simply was a must. When you've reached that certain age, something deep inside you knows at you and says, it's time to join the National Trust. Something to spice our weekends up. A drive out on into the country. Excited by the sight of every brown road sign we see. Yeah, we'll join the National Trust. We're into preservation and all that stuff. We've done our bit for charity. Now members of the largest land-owning aristocracy, and all those great one-listed buildings suddenly seem so very appealing. Follow us a cake and a cup of Darjeeling and a quick look round the shop. A walk round the garden has a whole new meaning. Walking sticks supplied if you need them. Then a slice of cake and a big quantity and a quick look round the shop. The National Trust, now part of that exclusive club. We're feeling middle class and slightly smug. Next week it's English heritage, we've been bitten by the bug. Yeah, we'll join the National Trust, enjoying architecture and red shrubs, far from the madding crowd. With a coach load of pensioners all on a day trip out inside that shop. There's jars of jam and potpourri in pots, and lots of organic free-range clotted cream fudge, and a set of 6 coasters, all with matching mugs. And all those great one-listed buildings suddenly seem so very appealing. Otherwise cake and a cup of Darjeeling and a quick look round the shop. A walk round the garden with a big duck pond, 3 million members, can't be wrong. Then a big slice of Victoria sponge and a quick look round the shop. With festivals at Reading seems such a bore. Camping down at Glastonbury is such a chore. When clubbing doesn't do it for you anymore. It's time to seek and find the National Trust. That's where you'll soon be finding us, putting the youngsters in the shade. It's our demographic rite of passage. Well, what do you say, the National Trust?
That's where you'll find
Yeah, the National Trust.
Come down and join
Oh, the National Trust.
No rompers, no fuss.
We've got the tweed and the wellies. We joined the National Trust. Half price of John today, apparently. Thank you very much. We've been Project Dodo. Good night.
I need to ask you to give more applause, please, for Project Adorno. And you can see them at Edinburgh this summer. And I'd like you to give more applause, please, for our other performers tonight, Isabel Bermudez. The wonderful voice of Jenny Ridley. I've been your host and poet as well, Patrick Cunane. We're back here on May the 16th with some more poetry, and but in the meantime we are going to be at the South Bank Poetry Library on May the 7th, celebrating 25 years of Dodo modern poetry, and it's a show in the special edition series. It's free, so just go onto their website, but you do have to book a ticket. So please turn up at that. It's 8 o'clock on the 7th of May, and yeah, 7th of May.
What day is that?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah. So thank you for coming tonight. The bar's still open, so please feel free to workshop with the poets or musicians. And we look forward to seeing you again. There are books still for sale, so thank you for coming.